smells so good. Time for a little nap. It's...
You've come, warrior! The mighty guardian, Arudicus Arsenosa, is not the kind of echo too warm to crowds. The lioness favors the strong, the unyielding, and the battle-hardened. Only those... But she is still an echo and can't talk.
These sounds...
What is it? Did you feel something just now?
I only heard strange sounds. Tell me, what direction...
The Veil of Glory. It's where all heroes, blessed by the glory forged in iron and fire, find their... But on the long path of hunting, many died with their bodies missing. Arsenosa's frequency is woven from the cries of souls in battle. The battered weapons still carry the will of their former masters, whispering the deeds left undone. To touch such weapons is a rite of great importance for those who claim. Hearing the voices of our ancestors by Arsenosa's side is a great source of strength for Septimon.
Before meeting Buling, when I touched the echo in that village, I felt it was like what Abby described on our journey to Septimont. But the source eluded me at the time. But now, I found it. The source of that power lies in the Veil of Glory. The closer the lioness gets to it, the clearer it becomes.
She waits for us there. I'm not sure if Septimontian rituals will interest you, but you might uncover something useful, no? Perfect. Let's...
What is it?
Nothing. Just a dizzy spell. Anyway, it's no matter. Let's continue. These days have been a feast of victories. Becoming champion, the glory, oh, all thanks to you. Strange. Why are so many appearing all at once? With me! Huh? Huh? Together we howl! Lackluster. I thought tacit discords didn't usually appear around the border mountains.
These tacit discords didn't gather from the surroundings. It's more like they spawned from thin air.
Look, it's just ahead. The Veil of Glory, where heroes are laid to rest.
You are from my homeland. What?
That girl just now, that was Mia. The closer to the Veil of Glory, the more the normal world and the anomaly over. I need to rethink everything. Septimont, Lupa, Cardathea, Mia, the Lioness of Glory. All of it. Cardathea arrived in Septimont alone, not waiting for me or attempting contact. If something cut her off, aside from the Fraxidus, it could have only been the Threnodian. But Septimont holds no faith in the Sentinel. And the Threnodian was never able to establish influence here. The Threnodian controls the mind of its followers through their faith. Mia is a Ragunasi, and likely a follower of the Order of the Deep. If the Veil of Glory is an important rite for champions, perhaps Mia went there. And it was there. Her hysterics, hallucinations, and loss of control in the arena were signs of the Threnodian's corruption. Krylova once said, "The closer one stands to the protagonist, the greater their influence over the tale." In this great Aegon, Lupa is the protagonist. Years ago, it was Mia. Now I'm seeing if the Mia I see is under the Threnodian's control. Does that mean when I first met Lupa, I sensed what felt like Cardathea's frequency on her. Later, I also felt the Threnodian's presence. Did they cross paths? If could Lupa have forgotten? Was Krylova telling the truth by saying Lupa would...
Is there something you need? Or something you want to say? I'm sorry. I don't recall crossing paths with Carter these past days. There have been moments, I don't know if it's the Threnodian's work, but if something is wrong, you'd make the right call, wouldn't? You'd protect my honor and my dignity.
There's more at stake than that, Lupa. I've heard the Septimont saying, "All for glory, fear no death." But sometimes, living takes more.
Well then, I trust you, warrior.
It doesn't matter if the story's end is already written or yet to unfold. I'll trust my own judgment to guide it where it must go.
here cowering prey.
With me!
Is that all?
Hold now! Yeah! Yeah! Here!
Those blades, spears, and halberd embedded in the stone. This is Hercules' sword. You remember the waters of the upper city, right? You will look ages ago. The dark tide bore down on Reganese. And Septimont did. Hercules was the son of the Ephor back then, and he led our warriors to face the Tacit Discords. He died in that cursed tide. His sword was corrupted, but his followers still risked their lives to bring it back. In this land, intense emotions easily blend with other forces. The Lioness of Glory was born from the fiery passions of heroes. So, back then, this sword was growing more sinister due to the corruption. But all these years later, it has become a memento of a hero.
I feel something strong and pulsing in the direction the blade is pointing. It's coming from underground. Is it
The frequency. It's the Sentinel Imperator. Just like Raguna, Septimont has its own Genesis Nexus. Power needs pain.
More Tacit Discords, just like last time.
For a second, the world shifted. Just like it did when I saw Nina. Every time there's an overlap like this, the tidal blight appears as well as Tacit Discords.
Into the spotlight!
Uh-oh. Meaningless move.
Triumph at the spear tip! Let's start! Together we howl!
The tidal blight. It's an outgrowth of the dark. Why is it suddenly appearing like this?
We'll clear it out first, then check if...
What's that sound? Come!
Lupa?
This doesn't let's go.
There's no mistaking it now. It's Imperator's frequency.
Thou carry the scent of Cardathia.
Not just knowledge. You've stolen the Sentinel's access too. Lupa's role in this story is it's yours.
Is that Contender Mia?
It's the Threnodian. Lupa, this is something only you can do.
Tell me what I need to do.
Read the script. Adapt as required. I believe in you, warrior.
To lose our strength is the deepest fear of Septimontians. Pride hides the terror within. We fear no death, yet tremble before shame and failure. Did Domina Julia deceive me for this? I never got the chance to ask. The dark tide consumed all. Death took her, as it will take me.
Today as yesterday, we weave time beneath the tide. Swim, swim, wretched yet lovely fish. Dream deeply in my fiction, on the stage of a repeating tale, waiting for the day thou shalt consume the world.
O righteous one, I shall depart without a word. The golden city in my childhood legend is swallowed by the abhorrent tide. I whisper to my fleeting companion. Pages will scatter. The quill will form. This play shall be torn from its author's hands.
A wrong note in the shifting score.
O golden star full of mercy, pray tell me, as past and present intertwine, what fate have you chosen?
Hesitate not, warrior. You are the protagonist I have chosen. Only you can shatter the script and jump to the next page. Right. For the nobility you seek. For it all.
A dream. I'm not alone. The warrior put the hope of check. This feels good. Not standing there alone on the champion's stage. The warrior hasn't learned this yet, but I now remember traveling with Cartathea. I can't be in the real world. This is a Sonoro created by the Fraxidus. It's a realm of stories. The story of the great Aegon lasts only 3 days. Before Cartathea came here, I had wandered this same bloody story more times than I can count. The dark tide consumes Septimont, and that monstrous, half-human, half-sea creature grows ever larger. Is this the Fraxidus plan? To feed... a script. Yes, this Sonoro is like a book of plays. Each world in the Sonoro is a story that keeps repeating, like sheets of paper, all overlapping with one another. New pages keep appearing, layering over the old, and the changes in one story bleed through. After Cartathea's actions, Septimont, once destroyed by the dark tide, has begun to return to normal in the story where the warrior arrived. Cartathea saved me, changed my fate, and led me to the warrior, who stopped the Threnodian in the last story. So the warrior had delivered a powerful blow against the monster, and the energy supply from the central hub has been... But that's not even its full form. I once searched for its true form with Cartathea. I won't let your trust be misplaced. The old district of Septimont, submerged beneath the waters due to the dark tide. The dark tide looms over Septimont like a stubborn storm cloud. Is the warrior? No. No time to worry. I have to find the cause of all this, and quickly. In a past story, I came here with Cartathea.
Look at you. You can't go on much longer.
Strange. I remember everything.
You didn't forget. Someone stole your role in the story. Even your name on the placards in the arena would be unreadable. Your existence has been erased. Only by unmaking this story can it be reclaimed.
Too bad I won't last long enough to see that happen. I'm sorry, Garcia. You saved me.
When I was a child, long ago, I had tales of Septimont. A city full of passion and life. People there drank deeply, laughed loudly, appreciated sculpture, and lived for the hunt. Men and women feared nothing. They burned like fire, giving all their light and heat before fading. But when I arrived in Septimont, it had already been undone by dark hands. With the dark tide sweeping the...
That's right. My city is beautiful. When the autumn wind blew through the golden flags and wind chimes.
The Leviathan. I will not give it the chance to make the people of Rinascita weep and bleed. I will drag whoever orchestrated this tragedy out of the shadows. No, you said it yourself. This is your city. Some things only you can do. The monster leaving its trace in the dark tide. I can feel the Threnodian created me to be a resonator for its power. But I wasn't the only one. Many...
You mean?
There is still much I don't know. I'll keep searching. But no matter what, you have a certain specialness. Once I sought to end it all. Someone stopped me. Even a life mocked by fate can break its curse. Whatever you seek to do, whether you're weak or strong, you must... I returned to the world thanks to a certain person's help. I believe she will come here and reshape this twisted story.
Oh, must be quite the person.
Then you will see for yourself. Victory isn't won in an instant. It takes patience and perseverance. What we can't do now, someone will carry forward later. If you want to save your city, then hold on. No matter the pain, no matter the doubts, you must keep going. Just like how you wandered Septimont before I came. Jump to a new story and bring my message to that person.
All right, Garcia. I'll try my best. First.
I'm close to that abnormal frequency. You're in the submerged aqueducts.
The submerged aqueducts. I remember reading about them in this, but now, With the old district completely flooded, we can only access it if we drain the water. After my role was erased, Cartathea must have found the half-human, half-sea creature, and the Fraxidus. Like the warrior, she chose to remain on the closing of that page, to give new stories a fighting chance. That's why I only regained my name after I met the warrior. During our journey, the overlapping worlds the warriors saw were the monster's doing. It tried to use Mia to steal my role again, to corrupt Septimont once more. Only I can erase it from this story. Only I can prove that I... What happened to the Mia who vanished in the Veil of Glory decades ago? After everything you went through, what did the city of Septimont mean to you? I remember the entrance to the underground waterway is in the old Of course. Maybe I can awaken the sleeping giant in Septimontian tradition. When it bears its blade and watches over the warriors leaving for the hunt, all gates and passages open. Many of the old routes are blocked, but I can try draining the water through the remain. Covered in tidal blight. It has even fused into the joints. I'll need to clear this if I want to get it moving. To protect these waters, the steward... Can't just clear the head. To get it to lift its sword and open the gates, I need to clear the arms too.
The fight is on! With me! Glory is upon us! Hold you now!
Is that all?
With me! With me! To victory! Bleed, milk! Into the spotlight!
Need to check for more patrol units nearby. The water is drained. Time to head to the bell tower. That monster is hiding in the depths of the aqueducts. Just this gate standing between me and the heart of the aqueducts. It won't open. I'll have to find another route. Huh? Huh. The copper mirror is calling. The warrior used it to see the past. I wonder if there's anything of that here.
I've already pulled that body from the sea.
Excellent, Domina Julia. Keeping one's word is the foundation of any solid path. I know, Septimon's current effort doesn't quite heed the Senate's wishes, but we'll see to that. A cup of poisoned wine, a passing fly, a dagger. Fate strikes where least expected. With someone as clever and calculated as you at the helm, the House of Silver need not fear for its survival.
I do not work with you for our sake. I do this for Septimont. Some of us have forgotten the terror of life adrift at sea. To survive the tide, one must make the right choices. We'll speak of other matters later. But tell me, why would you want a dead woman who fell into the sea?
Dead woman? Ah, indeed. She is the very heart of the unit I spoke of. The one we intend to build, alive or dead. Her body holds the information we need. The Fraxidus's experiments here will continue for some time. In the meantime, covering up this little laboratory's existence will require...
The heart? That weakling's resonance abilities were meager at best. Her performance in the... If it weren't for those incompetent fools in the Senate, using her as a puppet to shift the attention and anger of the masses, she wouldn't even have...
Do not be upset, my dear Domina. You're absolutely right. Winning the Grand Aegon was precisely what brought the shadow of death upon her. Luck and misfortune, nobility and lowliness, weakness and strength. A person's nature is like two sides of a coin, and I've always found beauty in inevitable tragedies.
So Mia has been dead all this time. She didn't leave Septimont when she vanished. The sea took her. Meaningless move. That's some attack.
That's God! Glory is upon us! With me to victory! Break darkness!
This place has the Fraxidus written all over it. Without the Silvers keeping the place hidden, they wouldn't have dared. The irony. A Septimontian aiding the enemy to build their...
I trust you've seen the experimental unit in the aqueducts. Well?
If not for the sword embedded in her chest, I could mistake the corpse for being alive.
Indeed. Decades have passed, yet Mia, her data has been invaluable. As the Threnodian's failed resonator, this specimen is, in its own way, remarkable. You know, it wasn't so long ago that the rover intervened and Cartathea broke free from that tower. I discovered that a small piece of the Threnodian's essence with it...
Sounds as though you found new inspiration.
Yes. Septimont will host the Great Aegon soon. I've come up with a rather intriguing idea. Before her death, Mia also attended the tournament. I'll use that as the fictitious anchor. I've already discussed terms with it, and reached a modest agreement.
You spoke with the Threnodian. Has Leviathan already awakened?
Only a fragment of it remains. A week, I'll fashion a story for this sea creature, enabling it to fulfill what it once sought. To have the Dark Tower. The Threnodian once sought to use Mia to find Septimont's central hub, in order to corrupt the beacon system. Even if met with failure, it would control the champion's mind to infiltrate the city's upper echelon. Oh well, it all fit. In the face of her futility to resist corruption, that girl chose death. Fascinating, isn't it? Faced with the same predicament, strength and weakness still make a difference. The Blessed Maiden single-handedly thwarted the Threnodian's designs in Raguna, but this poor soul had no choice but to take her own life. A death so theatrical, so saturated with sorrow.
I don't care for your taste, Cristoforo. I'm merely curious. What ending have you penned for Septimont this time?
Oh, such an impatient reader, Frolova. This play is nothing more than an amplifier, designed to nurture the Threnodian's lingering power. Once it grows large enough, I'll overlay the... All that's needed is for Domina Julia to select the right champion. Swapping out the protagonist is hardly a... Once the sea creature grows within the cradle I forged from the dark tide, the hymn of journey, really, compared to those Septimontians who've long forgotten Mia, the story I've written for her is far more...
And...
Then so be it. You know, Frolova, if this play proves Rover worthy of becoming the protagonist of my story, if they pass their trial by...
Disgusting. To treat Septimont like a plaything. Unforgivable. What is so poetic or romantic about a story where someone is driven to death?
Triumph at the spear tip! Break, darkness! Glory is upon us! With me! The fight is on! Die, evil! Into the spotlight! Face me, coward! With me!
Ooh, now's the second half.
With me! To victory!
lingering, Mia? A fading reverberation that should have dissolved in the deep long ago.
Where are you going?
To claim the title. Was that not your unfulfilled wish?
That was never mine. The arena. I don't need this victory.
But I do. Without a champion and the lion beast, I cannot touch the central hub left by Imperator. You, Cartathea, both my daughters, my very creations. Why this fruitless resistance? Has Septimont ever granted you kindness? They neither love you nor need you. Long have you been forgotten.
We were raised by them. You will never understand.
Proud in battle, and yet yearning for strength. I know the heart of the Septimontians far better than you. Mia, you are simply too afraid to face their true nature. You choose to deceive yourself. You cannot admit that they used you, and then cast you aside. You cannot accept that from the start you were insignificant.
No.
Hush, it matters not. Your thoughts are of little consequence.
Viburnum. The bloodleaf viburnum of Septimont. Oh. I understand. It's a... I've always carried this shame. Shame for something I didn't choose. Shame for something that's just there. Sometimes it turns into doubt. I try to live free, and I do most days. But still, I see it. I see the pain in their faces. And the ones who fall behind, the ones who leave the field beaten, the ones who pin all their hopes on me. I've always wondered if I didn't have this gift, could I have reached this point with clean hands? Should I have judged those who trampled the rules to survive? Or was I blind to my own arrogance? Now, I don't think like that anymore. The warrior is stronger than me, no doubt, but she treats everyone the same. She didn't choose to stand alone. Instead, she chose to trust me. Cartathea spent years trapped by the weight of everyone's expectations. Never stepped foot in Septimont before, but still sailed across... And Mia. Her resonance ability might be weak, but she never ran from a fight. She fought till her last breath. A heart isn't shaped by what it's born with or what it's been given. I've underestimated others. And I've underestimated myself too. But you! The arrogance! Thinking you understand the darkness in people's hearts, but you don't have a single drop of life in you! Beautiful as ever. The Griffon's fortress. Built by the hands of the people. Not the Sentinel, and not the Threnodian. Where there's light, there's always shadow. But people need light. They'll chase it no matter what. And they'll learn to live with the shadow. Mia, Cartathea, they were born and raised on these islands. They are daughters of Brinacita. They belong...
Better to die than to be a puppet. Death does not scare me.
If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity.
I heard your request. But I prefer to handle this my way.
Victory isn't won in an instant. It takes patience and perseverance. I believe in you. Warrior.
By the eternal sun, I will slay you!
From the fear and the longings of civilization, I was wrought. Born of the hearts of countless men and women, of babes and of the aged. With sharp blades and silver tongue, he struggled for power and revel in the slaughter of the arena. From past to present, nothing has changed.
What right do you have to judge the people of Brinacita? Mia chose her end with dignity. Your very existence is an insult to her. Look at you cowering in this little incubator, desperate to evade your end. You will never understand what it takes to face the fear of death. Meaningless. That's some attack. Ryan! And the spear tip! Die, evil!
me.
With me to victory!
Meaningless move. Ooh, now's the second half.
Triumph at the spear tip!
A human life is nothing more than a scream between life and death. Pray to me!
With me to victory! With me! The fight is on!
The shame.
With me to victory!
Greatness has no summit, and victory is never the final word.
Proud! Pitiful! Cry! Love!
Race to the finish! To face death with the crown of glory!
By my will! Let this light burn in all its fury!
To me, there is no greater joy in this world.
What a shame. Seems the play I've written isn't well received.
What are you two plotting in Renacita?
Oh, dear madam. Let's leave some mystery for the next chapter, shall we?
There is something no one can take from me. All the bruises I have just believe it's a solution to my doubts and deepest fears. Glory's not all about winning, but blazing till we last minute.
It's real! Both of you are safe.
The Thernodian's frequency is gone. Well,
You found the righteous one and safeguarded Septimont. It's like some...
Ah! Phew! Finally, I can stick my head out. Rover, are you okay?
I'm fine, Abby. What happened to you earlier?
Wait, we're already in Septimont? I was just talking to you, and then boom! It felt like something just covered me. First it messed with my frequency, then I just passed out. Wait, Carthea? And a girl I don't know?
You're lively. Your echo's more boisterous than a Tadar.
What happened while I was out?
I think it's time we compare notes. Let's fill in this story's blanks, shall we? When I sensed the Threnodian's power here in Septimont, I immediately set out to find its source. It was quite sudden. I slipped through the smallest of cracks to enter this Sonoro, which severed my contact with the outside. I found Lupa in the city. We traveled together for a time, and discovered the architects of the destruction, the Fraxidus playwright Cristoforo, and the Thread. Sadly, the playwright did eventually erase Lupa's existence. As for me, I descended into the submerged aqueducts where I found the Threnodian. Unfortunately, I was unable to eliminate it, and I reasoned that you would sense the anomaly and come to Septimont. I battled the playwright, and in doing so, stripped him of his ability to control the script. Afterward, he, along with the other Fraxidus overseers, fled from me. With that, the Sonoro began to collapse. Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One? The Threnodian's frequency has vanished. There is something else. Perhaps due to the dark tide in the Sonoro, I can feel my Now that I think of it, this could very well be part of the Frax.
You need to head to the Black Shores, Carthea. They've been dealing with the Threnodian for years. You should go there and run some tests.
The Black Shores. If it's a place you trust.
The event that brought forth the dark tide. It must have been my... After that, the details of the story blur. It repeated so many times. It's hard to... All I remember is wandering the desolate city streets in a Septimont corrupted by the dark tide. Unable to... She saved me. But in that story, we couldn't fully resolve the source of the disaster. Then in another story, I encountered... After we parted, I awoke in yet another story. In the Veil of Glory, where I finally saw the Threnodian's... It had taken control of Mia's corpse, and was using the Fraxidus' Sonoro to grow it. After defeating it, the Sonoro began to collapse. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back. Oh, the script and the copper mirror you gave me. It was a long story. Though, thinking of Mia still upsets me. Her reverberations... trapped in that monstrous body.
When you defeated the Threnodian, you all...
Yes. It was an honor. Thanks to you and Carthea, I was able to thank you, my fellow warrior.
There's one more thing. We should return to the central hub in Septimont. I found something tied to you there.
The central hub. Good timing. There's something I need to handle in the Veil of Glory, too.
Good. Let's set off together.
When Lupa vanished, I destroyed the experimental unit, pursued the Threnodian, and defeated the Lioness of Glory it controlled. Then, I came across this place. You remember how the Threnodian took on a part of the Sentinel's knowledge and permissions, yes? For the Sentinel, the information stolen was their very memory. For this reason, even the Sentinel forgot that before merging with the Threnodian, they transferred some of their knowledge to the central hub in
The knowledge they would later forget.
It was a secret, one the Threnodian should never learn. Within it, I found a special frequency.
Huh?
It seems like a clue. The true secret they left for you is not here, but in that direction. You see, before I came to meet you, I passed by the city of Septimont. The arena I destroyed has been restored, but in the people's hearts, the Fraxidus's power to reshape reality is deeper than we realized. I once believed the Threnodians sought to use the Fraxidus to regain power, but its true goal is the central hub.
That direction. It leads to the hunting grounds. The blight cloud still lingers there. When the high tide comes, Septimontians hunt.
The dark tide. I cannot pinpoint where the Sentinel's message lies. But the worst of the storm has passed. Let's... Lupa, will you be our tour guide? Show us the sights and glories of Septimont? I'd love to hear more about what you mentioned earlier. The wind blowing through golden flags, and the sound of wind.
Of course, it would be, but before we go, there's something I need to...
Travel through a silver veil above the drifting.
It's Mia's sword. I went through a lot to bring it back. The monster is gone now. Like so many Septimontian heroes whose bodies would... This is where she gave her life. I can't say if she loved or hated Septimont more, but she once spoke of the bloodleaf viburnum. It's a tribute often given, so I think she would have wanted to rest here.
The land ignites, reveals beneath an obsidian sea. Obsidian sea.
It's beautiful. Our city. The city of glory. The people here love to drink, laugh, carve statues, and hunt. It burns like fire, drenched in both victory and defeat. It holds all our disappointments and all our hopes.
A grand ingress, Griffin's fortress.